Hi, welcome to this new session of training for preventing Legionnaires disease. Today's session name is Legionnaires disease. Did you protect your seed? I'm addressing specifically to building managers or cooling tower operators, and you will know why. First, you must know what is Legionnaires disease. You may heard that it's a pneumonia or sometimes like a disease, but let me tell you what CDC, the Center of Disease Control and Prevention, said. They estimate that each year there have been between 8,000 and 18,000 cases of Legionnaires disease in the United States, and that more than 10% of these cases are fatal. This is not from me. This is from CDC. It shows, that what we want to prevent, Legionnaires disease, is really serious, and you have a responsibility to play in it. So let's show you what's about. And as usually, I will change the background. Okay, someone said that preventing Legionnaires disease is not rocket science. It's true. You will see after that it's quite easy. But at the same time, anyone wants to be important. So I have this equation. It's really interesting because you look like you would be like with Einstein, and with this time of the new movie Oppenheimer, maybe you will find yourself real important. This is why, and you are important in the puzzle to prevent Legionnaires disease. So this is the equation for explaining the risk. Risk is like it's between liar. What I'm sorry today. I have a lot of things in head, but it's probability for P or the is another word, but in French we say probability. But I know it's another word in English. I'm sorry. And C is about the consequences. So mean that consequences are really high for contracting Legionnaires disease. Consequences can lead to uh, uh, to 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 the death of the people. This is why we have a real important responsibility. Even the probability, the likelihood of that occurring is really low. So there's some people saying, "Oh, don't bother because we know that we didn't even experience that in our whole life, and don't worry about that." But don't get caught by this statement, which is not based on science or knowledge. Because, risk, why we should have a risk management program for a cooling tower, because it has a likelihood to transmit Legionnaires disease, which is a deadly disease. So look at the two part of the equation. Okay, likelihood is low. This is why people say, don't worry, we never experienced that. But at the same time, the consequences are such high that you must do something. So how do we manage the risk? So let's see to another uh, background. So this um, schematic shows really how we have to improve Legionnaires disease to improve our program. It means that we don't have to say we have the water treatment and we have maintenance regularly. It's not enough because this is to be blind. And what the manager has to have is to be clear about the risk. What are the risk factors, the real one, in their own installation? This is the one who knows the system more than anyone else. This is why I'm teaching you. So first, we have to identify the risk factor, and after that, you have to implement protective barriers. So this is, on this line. Uh, okay, we don't. You see, like, let's see if I. No, I cannot. So you see the line below, which is the barrier. So you may have as much barrier as you can to make sure that the likelihood is really, really at the low level. And it means like having this event is just like not possible. So don't rely on only two barriers, having regular maintenance or having water treatment. You never know. And I will show you just like I did a lot of time because the truth has to be repeat all the time to make sure that people understand. Look at first the design. Look at first at your design, like where your system is installed, where your cooling tower installed. So seating is really important. I showed it before. You can go and see in my previous um, presentation on YouTube, and you'll find the answer why seating is such important. And after that, you have to look at the drift eliminators, which is the important part of the cooling tower itself. It's like a barrier for the water, which could be infected by the Legionella, by the bacteria, cannot go in the atmosphere and infecting the people around. So you have to look at the drift eliminator. You have also to look at the cleaning. And one of the main things that people don't think too much, it's about the operation. If it means that do you stop the system during the weekend or during lot of time? It means that you will have stagnant water and maybe you won't have the chemical to make sure that the water is the Legionella in the water is under control. So this is why you need this line, and I will do it right simply. I won't go through all the barrier possible. You can contact me to know it. You can also buy this book, Legionnaires Disease, for Safer Cities, Shift the Paradigm, and you will learn a lot more about how to prevent Legionnaires Disease and implement a risk management program which will be efficient. And keep at the end, you can uh, uh, click on the highlight at the end and goes to my webinar. And during an hour, I will show you a lot more. So I hope you enjoy it. I did it because I want to prevent this disease. You are in line to that. You are the one who are responsible. You are the building manager or building uh, cooling tower operator. Think about that. Don't just go and run in the building and do everything being obsessed by the cooling. You have the duty to make sure that the cooling is done under a safe environment And because of that, you need to have a risk management program. This is not skyrocket science. It's simple thing, but you must know it because otherwise you will be really in trouble because if someone is proved negligent, the liability is quite uh, high, and you will have the sue, which for some people means they will lose their job, or even their company will go to bankruptcy. So keep it in mind. Uh, do the things you have to do and keep learning about how to prevent Legionnaires' disease. I'm there to help you, and I hope you will call me to know better that we can collaborate together to make of this world a better world to live in. Thank you.